We're talking through the 8 pillars of an AI-proof, expertise-driven business model. For coaching, for those that sell courses and information, there is a split in the industry. There are those that will just sell information and you'll be eaten up by AI. I want you to create a real culture around your program. I want you to go from information broker to transformation leader. I want you to ask yourself, are you just a teacher? Are you just positioning yourself as a teacher? Or are you an indispensable growth partner who provides done-for-you leverage, done-for-you-esque services to remove the headaches of the execution? We're talking through the 8 pillars of an AI-proof, expertise-driven business model. For coaching, for those that sell courses and information, there is a split in the industry. There are those that will just sell information and you'll be eaten up by AI, I promise you. And those that sell true transformation, a transformation leader. And you will be friends with AI. AI will complement you, and AI will even refer people to you. Now, we talked about the first 4 pillars. We talked through the roadmap. We talked through guided implementation. We talked through guaranteed outcomes. And then we talked through a like-minded network. Next, I want to talk about one that's very close to home. It's done-for-you leverage. Now, if you don't already know this, I run an agency. I actually like to call it a firm because we do so much more than just agency services, which sounds very cookie cutter. But I run a firm called Be Known. And when I first started Be Known LLC in 2018, I started it with a mission to ease the burden of business growth by taking care of all the stuff, the marketing tech work, the marketing funnels, the copywriting. I take all of that off of our clients' plate and do so in a cohesive fashion. Because the worst thing they can do is hire fragmented freelancers. So, done-for-you leverage is very close to home. I want you to ask yourself, are you just a teacher? Are you just positioning yourself as a teacher or an expert? Or are you an indispensable growth partner who provides done-for-you leverage, done-for-you-esque services to remove the headaches of the execution for your clients? But Daniel, as a personal trainer, I can't do the workout for them. I understand. Each client situation is different. And I'm not saying you need to run an agency or you need to do everything done for you. But are there things that can ease the burden for your client? So, for example, it could be as simple as done for you meal plans. Oh my gosh. You're not having to work out for your client, but you're sure as heck not making them think about what they need to eat every single day, week, month. Now let's go through some examples here. The first example, again, pretty close to home. For a certain tier of clients, you could bolt on top of your business a full stack agency model. See, a client doesn't want to hire just an ad guy or a funnel guy or a copywriter because each one of those is going to blame the other. That's why I created a very cohesive agency or marketing firm to do the work that we do in a full service fashion. For you, once you reach a certain level of success, this is not for you making less than $1 million per year. But once you reach a certain level of success, I want you to think about, can you bolt on a done-for-you type of service business on top of the business that you already have? Now, that's a scary thing because normally I don't talk about splitting division or starting other things that soon, but you could also find a partner who is out there and white label their services. So essentially, you would go out there, and if your clients are all looking for advertising help, you'd find an ads agency or an ads partner and say, hey there, I am ready to supply you 20 clients a month, but I need it to be under my brand, and I want a discount. I want a special package. I want a wholesale pricing deal. So normally your clients, you charge clients $2,000 per month. I'll give you 20 fresh ones each month. And as long as I give you 20 fresh ones each month, you can do it as low as 500 per. And you keep the difference. You could keep the difference, etc. So you would charge internally 2 grand, 1,500, whatever it is. More to it than that. Again, I'm not unpacking every single one of these. Each one of these could be a video and a presentation on their own. So let's keep moving on. The tech concierge. So if you're in a business that has clients doing certain things on marketing platforms, tech platforms, sales platforms, etc., it's a headache for them. They're either going to have a person that is dedicated for that, or you should supply the person or take care of it for them. All the frustrating technical components, all the integrations, all the automations, they want to stay in their zone of genius, so allow them to do that. Next, the content engine. Content is a creature. So, if a client, for example, is doing webinars, then that can easily be repurposed into a lot of content. YouTube videos, shorts, clips, reels, podcasts, even an email newsletter, a blog. Just an example, but think about how you could be a tech concierge or the content engine for your clients. You could provide a template vault, just like we talked about with the meal plans. Instead of, well, here's an AI prompt you should use. No, go ahead and create it. You have the client's information. You go the extra step and you can add that in as a bonus or even charge a premium for it. And speaking of AI prompts, you could have an AI prompt library. So I wanted to put these in the most complex all the way down to the easiest to create. Here's a secret. You can use AI to create AI prompts. It's very easy to do. So think about that. And you can have AI review the prompts as a board of directors and say, I approve it, or this could be bolstered up here, yada, yada. Again, if you have questions on that, I'm happy to answer, but let's keep moving on. So we just talked about done-for-you leverage. Next, I want to talk about physical assets. And physical assets are exciting to receive. And before we dive in, I want you to ask yourself, do your client's transformation only exist on the internet, in spreadsheets, nothing tangible? Or do you create and give them physical assets, awards, milestones, trophies, welcome boxes, things like that? I want you to make their success feel real. I want you to start it off with a bang and keep the party going. So, for example, a program that I'm in, once I reach a certain revenue milestone, I'm given a little medal. And then when I reach a bigger milestone, I'm given a plaque. And for those people that are in the program that are doing the most, the biggest, they get a bigger plaque, a different plaque. So, am I going to look at the plaque every single day? No. But it's the fact that I got the plaque. I guess that kind of rhymes. The fact that I got the plaque. And I feel good about it. I'm awarded. It's recognition. And I guess I could put it behind me or something like that. Anyway, I think you get the point. So let's talk about some examples. First, we have the welcome kit. This is what you send clients as soon as they sign up. If you're charging someone $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000, oh my gosh, you need to send them something. Even if you charge them $1,000, I still think you should send them something because you have back-end up-level Ascension opportunities that they can buy into when they're wowed in the beginning. So don't just send them an email. Please don't just send them an email. I want you to ship them, if you can do custom branded, please do so, but ship them a box full of goodies and trinkets and tangible things that they would love. One of the things that I have a colleague, he does this, and I've adopted this as well. Yeti, the cooler company, they do mugs and glasses and everything like that. But Yeti does promos all the time where they do free engraving. So he, and I've started doing this too, we take the client's logo, boom, put it on one side, and I take my logo, boom, and put it on the other side, engraved on a Yeti Rambler, just like a mug, and we ship it to them, and they love it. Oh my gosh, they love it. So it's tangible. It's not something they're just gonna eat or a wine a wine bottle with my logo on it. Ah, cool. I'll drink it and throw it away. No, it's something tangible. And so every time they use it, they're either going to be looking at their logo or my logo. And yeah, I want you to be very intentional about your welcome box. Handwritten letters go a long way. I know that's not scalable, but we're entering into a new era. And so our perception of scalable has to take on a new definition. So even if that particular piece is not scalable, I would love for you to consider it because there are a lot of other things that can be scaled or automated. And if all you have to really do is show up, teach, hire the right people, and write handwritten cards, well, I think that's a pretty dadgum good business model. Anyway, so we talked about the welcome kit. Next is the milestone awards. Just like I was talking about the little medals that I get, I know ClickFunnels, you're probably very aware of the company ClickFunnels. If you're not, it's a landing page software. That's all it is. It's a landing page software. But they've created such an intense culture around what they have and their groups and their methodologies that if somebody creates a funnel, a sales funnel on their platform, and they make $1 million with that funnel, verifiable, they get a 2 Comma Club award. It's a plaque with a CD on it, or a record, sorry, a record on it. And people love it. And then if you make 10 million, if you make 50 million, if you make $100 million, yes, there are people who have done it, then you get a bigger plaque. So, so think about what type of milestone awards you can give people. Is it hitting a certain fat loss goal? Is it hitting a certain revenue goal? What is it? I want you to think about it intentionally so that people receive it and they love receiving it. Even if it's a little cheesy, people still like it. Another example is a black card. So you're probably familiar with the Amex Platinum card. They have a big brother called the Amex Black card, and you can ship those out to people. Not the actual Amex credit card, no, but a version of it, a heavy metal membership card. It can be black. Uh, it can have their name. It can have a member ID on it. A lot of different sites that do that. It's a Google search away, but it really signifies to them that they're in. I'm in. I got this thing. I got this card. Pair that with a handwritten letter. Oh man, you'll have a customer for life. I promise you. Same thing with the framed plaque. You could use, a framed plaque upon graduation. You send them that, again, hitting a certain revenue milestone. Or it can be a frame plaque of your proprietary framework or the roadmap that we talked about before. And then finally, you could offer an inner circle jacket. Now, in the golf world, the Masters is a huge deal. And when somebody wins the Masters, which is extremely prestigious, they get a green Masters jacket. And the previous winner actually puts the jacket on the new winner. It's a big deal. So think about that for your highest level clientele or mastermind members. Could they receive a high end jacket or robe or I know I'm getting a little goofy with it, um, or cloak or some sort of clothing item that signifies they're in the upper echelon. So I want you to create a culture. I'm going to steal that word from ClickFunnels and Russell Brunson for a second. I want you to create a real culture around your program. I want you to go from information broker to transformation leader. And as we've talked through the roadmap, the guided implementation, the guaranteed outcomes, the like-minded network, the done for you leverage, and now the physical assets, you can see how it'll all come together. Next, we're going to talk about the Ascension path and finally the shared mission. And we will end on that, and that's coming soon.